Hello! Hello and happy Friday! Today I have some of Donnie's lines. Actually, most, if not all of Donnie's lines. And I was hoping to plug them into this a little bit and then kind of finish off the scene and then color it. I don't know if I can do all that in 3 hours, but we'll find out. I have all of Donnie's lines over here. Probably should have separated them into Mark and Kai, but sorry. It's very loud.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Pretty good. Now I'm just gonna clean it up a bit. And how I do that is I just grab whatever noise was in there, take it out.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
So we didn't have a pop filter over the mic, so we got this little thing right here. Let me see what happens if I just take it out.
Perfect base until...
And it's fixed. Sometimes it just works like that. Woo!
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Now we just want to compress it so that everything kind of balances out to the same volume level. Hi, Popcorn Fairy. Peak time. Literal peak. Yeah, he did a really good session. He just knocked out his lines. Really good. Hi, Golden Lionfinch. Welcome to the stream. Is it compressor or normalize? It's normalized. Yeah.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
And that's pretty much what I want. So I'm going to separate out this side into one line all on its own. And I'll try to start it there. I should make a new folder for this, because if I don't do it, it gets messy real fast. Hi! This is my my brother who does both Mark and Kai's voices. He does a very, very good job. I did finally see your blanket for Natalie. Yeah, Natalie does the voice of Kiki, and she sent me her voice lines, which I have yet to listen to because I spent the last week or so being sick and not, sort of being in La La Land. But she attached this lovely picture of her recording setup, and it does look like a blanket fort. It looks kind of fun, actually. Like, yeah, that would be a nice spot to drink hot cocoa in. Alright, so we have those lines. Now I've done the animation for this part. but it probably won't match up with you know, the timing of the audio. So that's the job today, is to get that timing in there. So we making new audio. And then we go find the stuff we just made.
This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Cool.
Yeah. This will.
We can do like all the bouncy sound effects later.
Yeah. Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this.
So the pointing motion is what comes. This is this ritzy. Just
Place this ritzy. Place this ritzy.
few frames before.
Place this ritzy.
I better one more frame back. It's not quite right. Hi, Patrick. Welcome to the stream.
Place this ritzy.
This is the fun part of animation where you hear about the same line 20 times.
Check a place this ritzy.
Push it too far then. One more. 9 times the charm.
Check a place this ritzy.
Alright.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Alright. And now we need Kai's response. Which I'm gonna have to dig out of the files here. I should have named everything, and I even named a few things, but
Yeah.
oops, gotta mute this one. It's one of the first ones we recorded with Kai, so
Lesson 1.
not it.
That's
Not it.
That is certainly the truth.
No, it's not. Alright, we're getting closer though.
No, Kai.
Okay, that's the last of Mark's lines, maybe?
Even so.
There it is! I found it, guys! I found it! Okay, so we repeat noise reduction. There isn't too much noise in this, but there's just enough. Noise reduction, get noise profile, and then we just obliterate the noise. And then we want to normalize and compress.
Even so.
And we get quieter.
Even so. Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Is that the one? Or is it this one?
Even so. stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
I think that was the one I used actually. Alright, so we do the same process again. Get rid of noise. Should be nice if it kept the same noise for really hard. As you may have just heard, we live on a busy road, so there's a lot of trucks that go by. And it just ruins takes all the time. We have to normalize it. Normalize.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Alright, and then it picked up me clicking, which is very annoying. Maybe we could just get rid of it?
They...
Because he gets cut off, so you won't really hear the end of it anyway, but...
They...
I try to avoid all the hisses. Alright. So I think this is the one we'll take, but I'm going to listen to both of them just to make sure. Sometimes I take half of one line and half of the other.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
That one's good.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
I almost like this babe.
They...
And this one has more like urgency to it. I'm gonna put that in there.
Even so, stay on your full guard. Even so, these foxes cannot be trusted.
Oh, let's forget to read it.
They...
I get rid of that little pause. One more time.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Alright. I think there's our line. So we're gonna take that, export. And then we have to go find Mark's lines.
Then do...
Ah, I keep deafening myself.
Do that blast you made her...
That's not it. Lots of screaming. It's one of these. I'm trying to like read the shapes.
Yeah, you're more...
Doopy doopy doop.
Kai...
I don't know. We'll just drop this one in for now and then I'll go hunting for it. So we need a new audio. You've been using the latest edition of Audacity. Yeah, Audacity like updated their user policy to be like, we can monitor anything you do on your computer now. And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep the old version. Thank you. So I use old Audacity. The audacity of it all.
That's ritzy. Even so. See? Even so. See? Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Alright, let's make sure there's a good...
until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so. This ritzy. Even so.
Just gotta get this.
Ritzy. Even so. Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be.
Alright, and then I'm gonna do a couple different camera angles for that part, which is what we're gonna build today. But we need Mark's final line for this scene, which is somewhere in the pile. Yay! I'm just gonna grab the script. And that should sort of tell me where it is. It should be pretty close to the beginning.
Yeah, this will be a
That's the one we already got.
Standing there.
That's the next line after the one we need, so maybe this one.
Kai, relax a little.
Yeah, it's like it all got mixed around. Out of order. I found it earlier. I should have just...
And whatever.
That's not it.
Well, I'm thankful.
That's way later, so it has to be somewhere between the two.
Well, I'm thankful.
Is it? He has like a sharp, like, no tie. So there's gotta be like two blips, but it's hard to figure
When
out.
Melody gets.
Alright, so it's not these, I don't think.
And whatever you.
You're gonna like get bits and pieces of the episode until you have the whole thing.
Woohoo!
That's not it. Okay, I can see which ones I've checked already by the volume. That's not it either. I guess I could just like start making all the white lines until
When Melody gets back, we'll only have one. Good.
It's like one of the first lines Mark says. It should be at the top. And yet it's not.
Yeah.
And I know I heard it earlier when I was playing it. I was like, wow, that shouldn't be there. But maybe it's not where I expect it to be, you know? I don't even have the YouTube up anymore. Go back to YouTube. Yeah, I knew I should have organized this.
Well,
I'm not thankful for you right now, Mark, because you're not.
Hey, Zoe.
It's not. I didn't listen to that one, so it can't be it either. I don't think, anyway. That's Donnie laughing. That's just the... At the bottom, we should all be Kylines, though. Hi, Moonfox. I'm suffering right now. I'm looking for an audio file. I can't find it because I am bad at organization.
There are two.
Okay, that's all Kai. Should be... Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to... just work on what we have. I'll find this later.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so.
Okay, there's definitely not enough of a gap there.
Think to check a place this ritzy. Even so. Stay on your full guard. Even so. Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted.
We'll just start coloring these dudes over here, and then we'll do the separate shot of Kai. So I'm gonna get rid of the background lines entirely here. So we got a clean clean set of lines to work with. Drop in the frame numbers. And you know, I have a Fairy Fox's color sheet, and I'm just gonna start using that. I'm trying to remember what I called it. Reference. This is just like the day of disorganization, isn't it? Someday I'll have a perfectly organized reference folder. I know I have it on my Google Drive, so I'm just gonna cheat and go look it up there. Need access to my own Google Drive. How nice. One thing after the other. I just want colors. I could just, you know, pick some new colors, but then they won't be consistent is the problem. Maybe I didn't even put them on the... like everything disappeared. Oh, here it is. Okay. The day is saved. style sheet, but who knows where it is in my PC, so let's just re-download it and open it again. I used this for my magnificent colorists to help me in episode 13. As the saying goes, the night that better freaking work. Yeah, with that cross stitched on a pillow. Just reading the chat now. We're just gonna do Merc's basic colors and then we'll go do his tummy fluff. Oh no, his tail is gone. Wait, was I anywhere here already? I was. This is like the stream of how many mistakes can Christy make in one stream. I think the counter's up to at least 14. Oh, rookie mistakes. I'm just gonna generate all these frames so that Clip Studio isn't mad with me. And now we can color everything. Jules! Jules the Blender Queen has arrived. You can count if I want. That's okay. You could be the official mistake counter, I guess. I'll allow it. And so I consistently have this problem where I just like blend Mark's hair into his face and ears. And then I have to decide where the dividing line actually. I like to change it up once in a while. My amazing volunteer colorists were spectacular at inferring where the lines were supposed to be, because when I draw very quickly, I just don't connect lines a lot of the times, and then people have to guess where to color. Like right here, like his ear. This is his hair. I'm not even sure what's going on here, but just that. Sometimes I see a line and I'm like, I drew this very purposefully, but I cannot tell what it is anymore, and I'll color it, and then I'll look at it a week later and be like, oh, that was clearly supposed to be part of his leg or something like that. Like right there, I thought that's supposed to be its ear, but it's actually his hair. Ears are over here. Of course, it's harder when they're all scrumbly like this. I guess it doesn't really matter because it plays so fast. You probably wouldn't even notice if something was off unless you went frame by frame. I was looking at a frame by frame animation of Luffy today. It was just incredible. There were so many little like squiggly limb moments that you didn't notice. So you looked at it frame by frame and it just added a lot of weird energy to it. Hi, AJQ! Welcome to the stream. My mic is going ping-pongy. What is that? That's not good. Ugh! I could get closer because it does weird things if it's not right. Is that better? Oh, that's weird. How's that? Is that a little better? And that's one reason I love Clip Studio is that it sort of gives me some leeway on my horrible line art. Alright, so the problem with that here is hair and his ears kind of hard to keep separate in this particular position. And we'll have to add his arm back, of course. Alright, so now we can go grab his inner ear color. Only a few spots where it shows up really. That's in and out color. I never put their mouth color in one of these. Here it is. Oh, actually, I'll just keep it on this. So much easier. But we're missing. We don't have a lot of these characters this episode, but that's okay. Alright.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Yay! The first part works. Victory! Alright, next we... Wait, what's going on over here? Mark's hair being weird again. Okay, this doesn't need to be its own. Why are these separate?
This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of this arm for now. So we can color it all separate.
This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this
And so, since this arm is just a small moving part, I'm gonna color it directly on the fine art layer. I don't want so much overflow though. Goodbye, area scaling. Now I just have to give him his other arm, where he loses it for a brief period of time.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even.
Okay, now we can color Mr. Kai. Is this Kai? Nope, that's the arm. And this Kai, no, that's still the arm. Where is he? There it is. Bloop. And a blank folder. Yes, yes. Right, for the taking. kitties. I have two cats, and my oldest cat, she is 9, and she's becoming a very middle-aged grumpus. But I love her all the same. A coloring reference table. Yes, this saves my sanity. I think his eye and his inner ear are the same. Kai is by far the nicest to color because he doesn't have any markings. He's just straightforward. Looks like I didn't make the liner black. I'll have to change that. Kind of a throwback to the old days when I would make Kai's liner gray. Because his fur had to be pure black. He's the hardest to draw in color. Right now Indigo's winning that, I think. The Mark's pretty annoying too, just because of his hair. Andre can also be irritating. Indigo has like a pattern on his face and multiple accessories and markings. It makes me very sad while I'm coloring him, but he looks cool in the end. Goes in this episode. At the very end, I need to go ask Red if he's up for doing like 2 lines. So many people in this episode have just like 1 line. Fedora running away from a cloud boulder. You know, I have not seen a single Indiana Jones movie. Everything I know about it is just from people talking about it or just like general popular culture. Should probably watch watch this someday. Hello, my local owl. Welcome to the stream. That's a very honey look what the neighbors are doing this time farm. Yeah, I spent a lot of this episode being very suspicious and on edge. Which I think is pretty fun. Hello, River. My cat has come to try and lick crumbs off of the dishes I left here. And then she's gonna take a nap and wait till I leave and then eat the crumbs off the dishes. Got his nose. Okay. Now I can fill in his eyes. Sometimes it's hard to get the eyes right. I forget where I was. Oh, it was like my in-laws, my husband planned a camping trip for his family and I was there. And the park we were at was doing like an owl walk or something. And so they had a little presentation beforehand and they're like, now we're gonna go through the forest and play some owl sound effects to see if we can attract owls. Because they described like there's all these tiny owls that get eaten by bigger owls, and sometimes if you play the calls of the tiny owls, you'll get bigger owls. And so we're all trekking through these woods at night while the guy just plays owl sounds and we saw absolutely nothing. It's just us standing in the woods playing owl noises. The owls probably thought we were crazy. Let's play it and see if it looks natural.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base
Grab
until we
it
can
as
find a new
you in there.
campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard.
Okay. Oh, his ear kind of clips. We'll get rid of this ear bit here. Go away. And then there's like little pieces of his ear that make it there.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes.
Cool. that.
Yeah.
Now let's fix Mark's arm before we move on. We're not going to do the mouth animation today.
Yeah. This will be a perfect.
Alright, so I want to just take this arm over to copy this layer and go to folder 8, fix it in. And that should keep it from...
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy.
Hey! His arm's back. Okay. I think we can move on to the camera angle change. Thank you! This is one of the first scenes in episode 15 of Fairy Foxes. Something we could also do is actually do the room background and match my concept art for it. Oh, hi Brian! Good to see you again! Thanks for coming to a stream. When's your next con? I'm sort of in a con drought myself. I don't have one till Grand Rapids in November. I might do a few little ones, but I'm not sure yet. Like, sometimes Todd lets me set up at the mall, and sometimes HoganCon puts on a fall market. Just thinking about maybe doing that, but we'll see.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sketch out Kai to start. Good old sketchy Kai. So, actually, I need Beanie Babies for this. Hang on, I gotta go get some Beanie Babies. Otherwise, I can't keep things straight in space. Hang on. River! River, no! River! River. Just eating my plate crumbs again. Alright. I am back. I have Beanie Babies. I will be Kai. So I will be Mark. So Kai would be on the left side. Whoever said there was any use for Queenie babies?
Even so, stay on your full guard.
I need to make Kai look pretty. Cool is the right word? It has to look cool. I have a plushy cat called Toby. Oh, it's from the webcomic. I've always wanted to make Virgie plushies, but every time I've looked into it, it's just like the math does not work. Very sad. He's standing at the door and he's got like his hand on the door frame. Kind of looking back.
Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. Oh, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. Oh god, these foxes cannot be trusted.
Mm.
Oh god, these foxes cannot be trusted.
We're like super serious here. So don't let him to go too off model.
God, these foxes cannot be trusted. So, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted.
Let's see, she got it down a bit. And his eyes need to be just a little bit bigger.
Oh god, these foxes cannot be trusted. God, these foxes cannot be trusted.
And just like a brief moment of concern. At least Kai's version of concern. Get him back on model 2. I just did an extra page today, and so I have trouble switching between the box style and the extra style. Whoa, extra hard. Yeah, the last page was a doozy. I mean, being sick this week didn't really help to get it done. But, man, there were a lot of details. I'm happy with how the page came out, but... Whew.
Your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They... Full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Okay, this last page, like, super off model for whatever reason. We'll just go with that. Okay, time for liner. Maybe. So right now I'm trying to use a consistent with pen for all of the line art. And it's been helping a lot, so I'll continue to do that. Someone has messaged me. I would reply later. Oh, you saw the page? Yes, my characters are being shot at right now. An extra. I thought I took the tab down. Oh, I missed one. It's like whack-a-mole with my tabs because I consistently open like the same 5 tabs. So I have like 100 tabs, but for the same 10 things. Is pretty bony, but he's also fluffy, so it's hard to kind of find that balance. Fluff and bone. Today we're airing more on the fluffy side. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Brian. Good to see you. Oh, I just saw your other message too. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you're still here, but I am trying to get my books to a stage where they can be retailed. I do want to offer any retail stores a fair split of the costs, but print on demand it's not feasible right now. I'm working towards the bigger print run. It's just a little more work than I thought. Soon. I'm trying to sort of match at least the number of floofs that I gave him. So I'm realizing it's important to count those if I want to tween them later. One, two, three, four. You know, I still have a really old copy of Adobe Flash. Well, now it's Adobe Animate, but I never could quite get it to work right. It like I could animate something and it just fine eventually, but then it wouldn't export. And I spent more time exporting my animation than actually animating, and it was just ridiculous. It was, I think, episode 10. I think it was episode 10, and I had to draw a scene with Kai and Bingo talking. And I did it all in Flash. And when I exported it, at first I just got like this 3 GB file that was nothing but like a void with crackly noise. And I'm like, well, that's not right. And so I changed a few settings and I exported it again. And this time it was like an Andy Warhol painting. My like animation was split into 4 quadrants, each with different colors. What is going on? There was something with the codec, but I had no clue how to fix that. Yeah. I don't understand how people do anything in it. Like some people are like, oh yeah, it has its quirks, and I'm like, whoa, those aren't quirks. These are major usability issues. Like, are we looking at the same program here? Yeah, Photoshop isn't bad, but I don't have the fancy Photoshop. I have poor man's Photoshop. So it didn't allow you to use vectors. It had some things that were technically vectors, but they called them shapes, and you didn't rasterize, you simplified the shape. So it didn't allow you to have the pen tool or anything. You could just draw ellipses or stars. And then you weren't allowed to have folders. But like it had a folder icon, it was just grayed out. It didn't let you use it. A bunch of the hotkeys are randomly different too. Like if I ever did have to use the PC version of Photoshop, like my hotkey knowledge was out the window. suddenly the fill bucket was G and not K, and it was in the wrong spot. In my brief stint in college, I was one of the few people that knew my way around Photoshop and most Adobe products already. Then like this introduction to Adobe course thing, and I got tasked to like help people unfreeze their Photoshop. Sometimes it was just like they were trying to draw outside a selection or whatever, but a lot of times it was just, oh, Photoshop died and you lost all your work. Like, there's no way around that, sorry. The school used Mac systems, so you got the little pinwheel of death. Yeah, they had the pinwheel of doom. It was pretty at least, you know. I wasn't really happy to see it, but it was a pretty little thing. Oh man, do you guys remember the dinosaur cursors from Windows XP? Those were the best. I don't like this here. I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, when it was loading, the dinosaur would walk. I still have a Windows XP laptop named Godzilla because it weighs about as much as Godzilla. The screen is a 4:3 aspect ratio. It still works too. I fire it up maybe like once or twice a year and look through my old stuff on it. I have like the precursors to a lot of the videos that I made because I, you know, stay up late playing on the laptop and making videos. And then I like this idea. I'm gonna make it for real, and I sort of make a better version on our PC. Oh, you have a 98 and 3.11. Wow. Up until recently, my grandpa had a TRS 80 in the basement. Pretty cool. I think my favorite operating system that was 7. I just have the fondest memories of 7. And I liked the clear little windows too. They're still kind of clear, but not the same. Not the same. we had a like I think the first computer we had in our house was a Windows 95, and I wasn't allowed to touch it. And then they got a new computer, and that one was just kind of off to the side, and eventually ended up in our basement, and spiders moved in. It's kind of creepy. I would always sort of, get my bravery up and go peek inside it and see all, the ribbon cables and the scary little computer parts that were. I mean, they probably look normal now, but back then they were scary. Work with a load of analytical chemists, so I guarantee you've had nerdier discussions then. I've always been curious to try and learn to use Linux, but like I know enough about altering computers to seriously mess up a computer and not enough to fix it. I'm in the danger zone. The most impressive thing I've ever done is uh, edit the registry to force my computer to stop waking up. It used to just wake up for no reason, and I went through all these diagnostics, and it would literally say, like, oh, it woke up at this time for no reason. I did loads of research, found out how to finally fix it once and for all, and then like a year later my friend had the same problem. I was like, how did you fix it? Like, I completely forgot. There's no way I'm repeating that. Sorry.
These foxes cannot be trusted.
Yeah, my computer, it's a good computer. I like it. Once in a while I have to battle it. Oh, the weirdest thing that ever happened was with Photoshop. One day I like opened my Photoshop and it like glitched across the screen. It was like the UI just exploded and splattered. And that was as far as it would get, was the splattered UI, and I couldn't use it. I couldn't open anything. It was horrible, and I like reinstalled it. I did all these things, and like no matter what I did, Photoshop was just dead, and I was in tears, and I went crying to my husband, like, please, please try to fix it. So he like tried running it on his computer, and it was fine, and so like something's up, and he went through all this stuff, and it ended up being a font. Like, for some reason, the font that Photoshop used got like shifted down a couple spots in the list, and so Photoshop no longer knew how to load the font, and therefore it couldn't load itself. And that just tells you what a spaghetti mess Photoshop is. I never would have found that. I was very impressed. did help me move to Clip Studio though, because I had Clip Studio for years, but I was too scared to learn a new program because I knew Photoshop so well. And it was like, I'll learn it someday, and then font explosion happened. Like, all right, time for new switch. I used Paint Tool Sai for a long time too. Use like Photoshop and Sai, a lot of the early extra pages. Summary of your Linux experience. It's okay that you're getting annoyed by totally different things in your Windows. Yeah, that's kind of the summary I've heard from a lot of different people. Windows keeps pushing my buttons though. Natalie, it sounds like your computer has the same thing mine did. I really wish I'd written it down. How to fix it. Just wake up and whee! The brightness of 1,000 suns. Oh, that sounds fun, Moonfox. I've seen a lot of those draw this in your styles. And like part of me is like, oh, that sounds fun, and the other part of me is like, this is a free commission, isn't it? I'm trying to make an effort to draw more fan art for people though. Let's see how this looks.
Be on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Okay, something's off. I'm gonna look at his eyes first. Eyes are okay. I know it's ears. Here's the cocaine. It's his muzzle. His hair. Here. I think this whole head needs to be
God, these foxes cannot be trusted. They...
cool. Now we can do the in between.
Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be... Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be...
Ooh, painting. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3. This is okay. Focusing, getting these lines right. Yay! I just need his hair. Ah, the abstract has come. I'm gonna have to go and answer the door. Boop, boop. Never mind. My brother got it. So tomorrow I'm working at PBS. Should be fun. And then I have a fun commission to finish. Then I need to do extra pages. Should be a good week. VBS, it's Vacation Bible School. It's sort of like a fun summer event for kids that churches put on. And there's usually like skits and games and snacks. Hayride. I actually wrote this skit for this one several years ago. But it was when it was like a week-long thing. And now it's a one-day thing, so they altered the skit to be shorter. Be interested to see how it goes. My friend built like a time machine and everything, and it was great.
These foxes cannot. These foxes cannot.
Hey, he's moving. These foxes cannot be trusted. I don't know. Can you trust Kai?
Your full guard. These foxes cannot be.
Can you trust Mark? Can you trust Louie? Louie's the most untrustworthy of them all. I'm confused enemy. I've been trying to learn Japanese over the last year or so, but I recently discovered Wanikani, which is like a website that helps you study kanji. There's a lot of kanji. I know a lot of kanji, but not like well enough to write them. You just sort of identify them, which is a weird feeling. It's like I can read it, but I can't write it.
These foxes cannot be trusted.
Ooh, it's looking good so far. You look kind of stupid there. Let's fix that. A little better. Still looks kind of stupid though. Sorry, Kai.
These foxes cannot be trusted. They.
His eyes starting to already be in the position they'll be at the end. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the announcement in the Fairy Fox's Discord. I think the last time we streamed, I was on the hunt for a strange childhood video, and my friend Chelsea found it, and it was just as weird as I remember. And then I showed it to Donnie, and I thought for sure he would remember it, but he didn't remember it at first. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember this one obscure part of it, and sure enough, it was there. That was pretty exciting. It was called Baby's First Video by Toucan Entertainment. And only one person has uploaded like a blurry VHS copy of it. It's very unsettling, but kind of true to how it really was. There's no other like references to its existence.
These foxes cannot be trusted. They.
Hey, I think we've got it.
Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They.
I'm gonna grab his colors. Start coloring them. It should be pretty straightforward. Coloring is very serious business. One time I was visiting my grandma, and she had this coloring game on her iPad, and she was showing it to me. She's like, "It's really fun." Like, I would absolutely love this if it wasn't so close to just like what I do every single day. It feels like work. Like I'm coloring my comic, I'm coloring animation frames. Feel everything the right color. Like a paint by numbers, but in my head. Coloring games have been ruined forever. Very sad. Oh. Why is this particular frame suddenly fuzzy? Oh, it's because I resized it. That's why. And resizing just really wrecks it. Gotta be careful about that. Here's a little overstep bits. See how that looks. Oops.
Stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Okay, it's moving a little too fast. So I'm just gonna drop it onto twos.
On your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
That looks a little more natural. One more time, but from the beginning.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Yay! We're getting somewhere. I forgot, I need to add Kai's, the rest of Kai's on here. And I need to find that voice line I couldn't find at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, clips aliasing when you resize stuff is really annoying. Like, even if you set it to bicubic or bilinear or whatever, it still is like, oh, you ordered aliasing, coming right up. Le fuzz. Ooh, a color by numbers game where there are 12 possible colors. It sounds like you have 6 colors. Oh, I see. You could do it like one way or the other way. That would be fun, but like if I finished it, I'd be like, oh man, I didn't get to see what the other picture was.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
So which should I do first? Kai's arm or voice line? Kind of leaning towards Kai's arm. So we're right here, and I know that voice line is in the haystack of voice lines. Oh, bye, Moonfox! And it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. And I think I'm gonna color his arm. And the liner, just like I did with Mark's arm. See, it looks.
Yeah. This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes...
I'm gonna stop it from going to the next scene though.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
Yeah, Fairy Fox's stream happens every week on Friday from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then it gets auto announced on the Fairy Fox's Discord. And then if you want to come to the extra stream and watch me draw extra pages, that's on Tuesday night from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's usually harder for European friends to make, I think. It's like late at night for you, I think.
This will be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They...
What time is it now? It is 4 o'clock on the dot. I mean, I don't know what time it is by the time this stream gets to you. Oh, I'm gonna go voice line hunting some more. So the line we want starts with no Kai. That's laughing. Let's just start from the top and go down one by one. Can't miss it then.
Yeah, this will... Kai...
This one.
Kai... well, standing there...
And it's just the take. I didn't want a fat one. This one's already named.
Yeah, you're more than...
Yeah. That's just the same take as that one.
And whatever you're on...
That's the mean take of this one.
And whatever you're on about... Good. I expect...
You guys are gonna just get the whole episode in tiny, brief clips.
When Melody gets back... And then everyone will be... And then everyone will be...
That's the same take, I think.
I can guess. Well, I'm thankful.
The take I didn't want.
Well, I'm thankful. Hey, Zoe.
What is this strange sound?
Cool.
It's cool. This is Mark screaming. That's Donnie laughing. Mark screaming again. Maybe I should just make sure.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Great, great, great. They're looking
Alright, this is all the fight scene.
They're looking. Forget the.
So yes, you come into hunting zone with me.
Forget the amulet. That's lame, Zoe. Then do that black.
So one funny byproduct of Downey voicing both Mark and Kai is that he often has to like argue with himself. It's quite funny.
I got the.
Okay, I can tell this is screaming just by the shape.
Zoe? Where's the end? Kai...
Alright, we're almost through all the Merc lines, so they must be somewhere in the Kai lines.
I need your...
Blooper.
Even so.
Even so. We already got.
No, Kai.
We found it! Why is it here? Whoa! Let's prep it! Hallelujah! 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 Okay, normalize, compress. Maybe we'll compress it twice for fun.
No, Kai. You're the one that needs...
That's way over compressed. Let's uncompress it.
No, Kai. You're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Alright, there's a weird sibilant in here.
Trust up. Build your trust up.
What was it?
The one that needs to build your trust.
What's over here? What is going on over here?
To build your...
Hold on. I think the noise reduction did something.
No, Kai. You're the one that needs to build your trust up.
I'm still getting that, like, bubbly chorus effect.
That needs to build your trust.
Okay, it needs
To build...
right here, whatever this is. If I just get rid of this.
To build your...
Okay, it's this thing right here that's doing the weird.
to build your
Okay, but I can't just get rid of it.
needs to build your trust up.
Why do that?
No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Needs to build your
I could just sort of make it quieter. Okay, maybe not that much quieter. How do you uncorsify something? I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't know how. For now, I'll just try that.
to build your No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Alright, well, it's not perfect, but it'll have to do for now.
No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Yeah, screaming has a very distinct shape when you record it. It's usually a giant blob. And if you're close enough to the mic, it's just pure, like, clipping. Back when I first got my fancy microphone, I didn't know how the gain worked, and also it was hypersensitive. So I had everybody sit like 20 feet away from the mic and do their lines, and it came out normal sounding.
It'll be a perfect base until we can find a new campground. The Hawks will never think to check a place this ritzy. So, stay on your full guard.
Clipsy's just like, you don't need that first word.
Even so, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They... No, Kai.
I might have to have Donnie redo this line just because it sounds too similar.
No, Kai, you're the one that needs...
Unless I haven't cut himself off and then you automatically think it's a different person.
They... No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Whoa! Drama. Alright.
They... No, Kai...
It's like, I'm gonna just swap over the next angle right here. See if that works.
So, stay on your full guard. These foxes cannot be trusted. They... No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. They... No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build...
That might be too soon. I might have to land it right on the your.
Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Alright. That's closer to where Oh, you have a mixing desk? That's so cool. I've always wanted to buy just like one of the amateur DJ mixers just so I can like have a rave for my cats. And I forgot how soft this Beanie Baby was. His name is Banjo. It's also the name of my friend's dog. Doesn't look like this Beanie Baby though. I'm getting distracted. That's what happens when you use Beanie Babies. Actually, I do need to use Beanie Babies for this part. Okay, so mark lying on the bed. He like rolls over to the side. No, I don't want to do that. Fine.
No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Then he kind of stands up. But the problem is Mark started on the left. I can't break just 180 degrees. Guys here, Frank's here. Okay, so they're gonna swap positions in the frame, sort of. No. Oh, okay, I see how to do it. Alrighty.
You're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Okay, so I need to find a sketchy layer.
You're the one that you're the one.
He's gonna like kind of swing himself up.
You're the one that needs to build your
position.
trust up. You're the one that needs to build your trust.
Come back, background paper. You know that like kick maneuver where you sort of kick yourself back up to a sitting position? That thing. Is there a name for that?
Needs to build your trust up.
in gymnastics in school, they always try to get us to do these like impossible, like expert level gymnastics things. Like, oh, go on, just try it. Like, there's one where they're like, you have to do a somersault and then land like sitting like a complete 90-degree angle. Then from that 90-degree angle, you just stand up without bending your knees. And I'm pretty sure it's nearly impossible to do that, even for like high-level gymnasts. And get to like stop bending your knee. Why aren't you able to do this?
You're the one that needs to build your trust up.
It's way more spring wind up. Smoosh. It's just a blob now.
Trust up. Up.
Thank you.
It needs to build your trust up.
Doesn't look right.
Build your trust up. Needs to build your trust up. Don't
Let's get faster than it is.
stop. Build your trust up. Build your trust up. Don't
Wow, animation, it's fun. Who knew? When it works, it's really fun and rewarding.
trust up. Don't
And when it doesn't, it's just distilled unhappiness.
No, Kai, you're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin. Build your trust up. Don't do anything. That needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us. That needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Okay, that's another
You're the one that needs to build your trust up. Don't do anything. Build your trust up. Don't do anything to. Don't do anything to ruin.
Does the angry stand up?
Do anything to ruin this for us. To build your trust up. Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
Yay! That's pretty close to what I want for this scene. Okay. I think that stand is still a little.
Don't do anything to ruin this for us.
I don't know. I think it'll look fun when I actually piece it out. So we've got half an hour left. It's possible I could do the line art on Mark's kick up here. At least a part of it. Thank you. Yeah, with the new fancy animation I'm doing, I have to do a sketch. I used to just sort of go straight into it with the line art because I was going for speed, but now that I'm having people jumping and swinging around, I really need the sketch. I don't think it will drop pause on this one. Sometimes I drop pause on them in this position, but only if it's like a somewhat extended shot. Or maybe this is, maybe I'll
Trust
change
him.
my mind later, but yeah. That's very nice feet. Okay, there. And heel, toes. That's the only thing that stayed consistent since the beginning of the series. They have 3 toes. But technically in episode 1, I don't even think they had toes some of the time. They just draw their feet. I think I did give them little toes. Somebody go back to episode 1 and find out any toes. And like later ones, I just try to give them but most of the time it's just the line method. This position reminds me of the time I was playing sardines with my uh, husband and his family. I think we were just dating at the time, so I was like the girlfriend. But they always played sardines in their grandma's house, which if you have never played, it's like hide and seek, but every time you find somebody, instead of like everybody's looking for somebody, but when you find the one person who's hiding, you have to hide with them. And so gradually, like as more people find the hiding spot, you get packed in there. So anyway, I was looking around and I noticed people were like disappearing in this one room, and so I go in there. Sure enough, I find the pile of like 2 or 3 people wedged way back in like this corner area behind a bunch of like storage shelves. And I'm sort of looking at everybody, wedged in this tight space. And as I'm looking, somebody starts coming like to the room, and so I quickly jumped like back first like this onto the people and just like landed on top of everybody. And I hit myself in the teeth with my knees, and we were all in pain, and we were all trying to be quiet. Still feel bad for jumping on top of everybody, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I don't think I've ever played sardines since then. I don't know, I'd have a reason to, but fun game. Our house just isn't very good for hiding in. It's like 3 places to hide. One time at one of my friend's birthday parties, we were playing hide and seek, and she had this, her parents had this like table. It was a table that looked like this, a little shelf underneath it, and they had, lamp or phone or whatever on top. But they had a tablecloth over it, and like you could just see a little bit underneath the tablecloth. And they had like a bunch of other furniture all over the place. So I hid like right here, and I was just the right size to like cram under there, and nobody could find me. It was the best spot. I also used to play flashlight tag with my neighborhood friends summer nights, and there weren't too many places to hide. You could like hide in the bush or, in the other bush. So it was usually just, running and screaming and checking the 2 bushes. But I discovered that I could sit on my friend's porch, like in the light, and just like sit there in the like, I don't know, bench thing, and nobody was looking at the porch. So I'm just hanging out, and I won. Another good strategy, but very risky, was like you just lie face down in the grass in like a random part of the yard, and like usually people don't check the random parts of the yard. Whoa, you hit on the roof? That's pretty hardcore. I wasn't much of a rule breaker. Anytime I was like, you know, with my parents when they went shopping or something, I would always imagine how I would parkour to the ceiling. I'd break apart that display and lean it up against that. Shimmy my way up and swing across. I finally sort of got to live out my dreams once because I worked retail for a year, and this lady wanted this kind of paper towel on the very top shelf, and they didn't give us any ladders or anything. And I'm like, well, nothing for it. I just climbed up the shelving all the way up to the top. It was great. I got to look over the whole store. Didn't tell my manager about it though. Oh, so you already had to go on the roof. Well then, yeah, that's fair game. I'm too scared of being on the roof. I think if I could, like, I just have that call of the void. I just feel, drawn to the edge. Yeah, thank you. We got to visit the Grand Canyon one time as a family, and before we went, my mom read this book about all the deaths in the Grand Canyon. It's like inevitably a few people fall off the edge a year, like on accident. Just because you can't rail off the Grand Canyon everywhere, and people are pretty dumb. So we're there. My mom's like really paranoid about us, getting anywhere within 20 feet of an edge. And I also have severe insectophobia, which was a lot worse back then. So like anytime an insect floated by me, it was like involuntary scream. So that combined with my mom thinking that one of us was gonna fall off any second. Like I'd scream if a bug went by. She's like, ah, like I thought you fell off. I mean, it's pretty difficult to fall off. You have to be doing some really dumb stuff, like, standing right on the edge, or you have to respect gravity. It's just not everybody respects gravity, and that's how accidents happen. Or a lot of people like die from just pretending to fall in, and then they actually do. So like, don't joke around or. Yeah. Someday I'd like to make a video about our visit to Ruby Falls it was in Kentucky. But I went with my husband and some friends. And Ruby Falls is an underground waterfall. I think it's the only underground waterfall in the US, maybe the world, I don't know. Or the largest or something, the tallest. Something of that nature. But you're walking through this cave and there's all these like pools of water everywhere and it's all just like drip drip dripping from the ceiling and it looks really good. And so I was like, I went to try drinking some of the cave water, see what it tastes like. And so I started reached underneath the drips and I got, you know, a little handful of drippy water. And I slurped it up. I'm like, oh, it tastes pretty good. It's not bad, you know. And we walked along the tour and we got all the way to the end where the falls are, and they're beautiful and they're roaring. It's a huge amount of water. And the tour guide says, now lots of people ask if you can drink the water, and the answer is no, because it contains insane levels of magnesium, which is a powerful laxative. Husband and French just like turned towards me. Like, oh. But I suffered no ill effects from the cave water. I had such a little amount of it, but it was still funny.
Trust up.
Keep and kill. Ooh, cool. Ever since I saw Internet Historian's video about the dude who died in a cave, I don't think I could ever go in another cave as long as I live. Scared me so badly. But I've seen a few, so say I've done it.
Trust up.
When I was a kid, we took a trip all the way up to the UP, which is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Here's a picture of Michigan. And the UP, a little scraggly bit up here. But anyway, there's a bunch of salt mines and caves up there. And we went way up to Copper Point. And there was a copper cave up there that you could get a tour from with the guy who owned the cave or something. I don't know. I was maybe 7. And so I got this hard hat that was way too big for me. It was a little light on it. It was fun. But we got in there and I got distracted looking at something, like a stalactite or whatever. It was like there were all these eerie, you know, holes in the walls of the cave that just went into a dark void. And my dad's like, "Hey, watch this," and threw a pebble in, and just like you wait a few seconds, and then after a while you sploosh, just goes way down. Oh, okay. But anyway, I was distracted looking at one of those holes, and then I heard this strange noise, and it was, I think it was a bat. That's the only reasonable creature I can think it must have been. But it came right from my head, and to me, it looked like it had like bug eyes, and I don't know. Like, it looked something like this to 7-year-old me. It like dive bombed me, and like I ran ahead. I still think about that creature though. Kind of put me off of caves for a while. Yeah, my brain adds in lots of scary details. Makes my nightmares very interesting. Isn't it weird how your brain is just like, you know what would make this really scary? Dun, dun, dun. It's a Vermeister! Vermeister has arrived! Weird in between frame here. It's not technically an in between, it's an intermediate frame. Oh, why are you not glad it's the weekend? It's the weekend. Ooh, that's creepy. My dream smooths over a lot of stuff, but oftentimes textures and tastes are very clear and vivid. And the textures usually go all out in my nightmares. Not fun. If my brain's really lazy, sometimes there won't even be like a real scary situation. It'll just like give me a sense of dread. Like, you know what? I'm too lazy to come up with a story reason for this. Just have a heaping of helping of dread. I've often wondered, like, if I could just start making, like, I don't know, little mini videos based on my dreams. What they would look like, your trend like over time. A lot of times there are stories to them. We have 5 minutes left. making good progress today. One of the first full shots is done. It's pretty exciting. I should count how many shots it seems we have total. About time for me to make my spreadsheet of doom. Let's get all blue in front here. Blue liner. Oops.
Your trust up.
How do you think of that, Tinny? I'll finish this frame up and then probably call it a day. But I'm excited to see how it's coming along. I think this episode's gonna be good. Find on the grumpy mark frame. Keep the Thanks for coming to the stream, Patrick. It's good to have you along. To watch the back catalog of episodes for how much work it must have been. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this episode is probably more work than most, but they've all been fun, and I like experimenting with new things. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys, and I'll catch you next Friday. Or when it comes to extra, streaming on 22 Tuesday, 6 to 9, but that's over on Twitch. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you later. Bye.